Hey guys, in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you my top 10 favorites from the brand VANICREAM. You all seem to enjoy this skincare favorites series, and so check out my playlist favorites. I have all of them saved there. You can check out other brands that I have reviewed that I love. Anyways, if you're not familiar with VANICREAM, it is a skincare brand that is formulated for people with sensitive skin. It's free of fragrance, dyes, and many common allergens and common irritants. It is a go-to recommendation for people not only with sensitive skin, but people with eczema, and really people who are dealing with any kind of skin problem, whether it be acne, seborrheic dermatitis, dermatologically based skincare products that are gentle. You can find VANICREAM at Walmart, the drugstore, you can buy it on Amazon. It's reasonably priced, but you guys know I always want you to save the most. And my favorite way to maximize savings is through the Drop app. Today's video is in partnership with the Drop app. Y'all know I use it and love it. I especially enjoy how I'm able to cash in those rewards for gift cards. I was able to get an Amazon gift card, and that is how I bought my milk frother. I basically got it for free. The way it works is Drop rewards you in the form of points when you make purchases at your favorite retailers, either within their app or with exclusive Drop credit card linked offers. And those points you can then redeem within the app for gift cards at your favorite retailers like Sephora, Starbucks. Once you download the Drop app and create an account, it's really easy to start racking up rewards points very, very quickly. You can earn rewards points by shopping online through the app at your favorite retailer, or you can shop through credit card linked exclusive offers like Amazon. You don't even have to spend money to earn rewards points, so you can get them by completing surveys, playing fun games. Drop allows you to shop guilt-free, double dip on your savings, and there's no red tape. You don't have to cut coupons or scan any receipts or anything like that. It's really, really simple, and shopping through the app is really easy. You just go to the shop page, click on the offer that you're interested in, and then it will take you to that particular retailer's website through the app. You shop as you ordinarily would, you check out as you ordinarily would, and then Drop is automatically gonna put those points into your account that you can later redeem for gift cards. Don't sleep on the card linked offers like from Amazon. In order to make sure that you're getting those, first of all, click on the card tab, make sure that your credit card or debit card is linked, and then you hit the little plus icon and it will show you what card linked offers there are, and you can just tap on them to add them. And then when you shop at those retailers, Drop will automatically put those points into your account that, again, you can later redeem for gift cards at your favorite places like Starbucks or Sephora. So to kickstart your rewards earnings, go ahead and click the link in my description box to download the Drop app from the App Store or Google Play, and you will get a $10 bonus in the form of points. That's 10,000 points when you earn your first 1,000 points by completing offers within the app. And like I said, it's so easy to get 1,000 points. You'll be there before you know it, and you get a $10 bonus. Product number one from VANICREAM that is definitely worth checking out, does not get enough attention, is the Z Bar. What is this? This is a cleansing bar with zinc pyrithione. Zinc pyrithione is an anti-inflammatory ingredient that helps reduce the burden of that pesky yeast Malassezia or Pityrosporum, whatever you want to call him, on the skin. And that can help with conditions like seborrheic dermatitis. It can help with rosacea. Many of you in the summertime in particular cope with a condition called tinea versicolor that is related to that little yeast. You can use this cleansing bar to those areas of the body to help control that issue. It's very gentle, it's not drying. You can use it just as a daily facial cleansing bar. Because that zinc pyrithione is anti-inflammatory, it really can also help control things like flares of rosacea, and it can help reduce redness, irritation. Product number two is going to be their Antiperspirant. Now, this is a tried and true antiperspirant, meaning this actually will, when used consistently and correctly, will reduce the outflow of sweat from the eccrine sweat glands in the armpit, and it's that sweat that then gets broken down by the bacteria in your skin, on your skin, and that leads to body odor. Unfortunately, most antiperspirants can be pretty irritating. The aluminum salts in them, they can be drying, but really where a big problem with antiperspirants lies is the fact that the majority of them do have fragrance. And that actually can cause a lot of irritation in the armpit that can contribute to hyperpigmentation. Now, how do you use this correctly? Most people don't use antiperspirant correctly. They use too much of it and they end up getting a lot of irritation, and then the natural deodorant people swoop in and fearmonger the aluminum. The aluminum in antiperspirants, to reiterate, is more than safe. Safe ingredient. We use it at very, very high percentages to treat a variety of diseases of eccrine sweat like hyperhidrosis. You need to apply it to the armpit at night before you go to bed, not in the morning. Why? The rate of sweat outflow from the eccrine duct is lowest at nighttime when you're sleeping. And therefore, the aluminum salt in antiperspirant has an opportunity to get down into the eccrine sweat duct. And what this ends up doing is causing that sweat duct to involute, ultimately reducing the outflow of sweat from the armpit skin. If you use it in the morning, if you use it in the daytime, what ends up happening is that you sweat most of it out of the eccrine duct. It flushes it out, doesn't get time to trickle down in there. And then it just kind of sits on the skin with the sweat, and that ends up causing a lot of irritation for people, and it truly just doesn't work that way. Product number 3 is their aluminum-free deodorant. This is not an antiperspirant. It's not gonna reduce the burden of sweat out of the armpit. But it is a good option for people who are easily irritated by aluminum, and no matter how they use it, it causes a lot of irritation. Especially those of you who have hidradenitis suppurativa, that condition where you get boils and the skin falls, in particular in the armpits. For people with that condition, antiperspirants frequently trigger a flare. And so what do? Another thing that can trigger a flare though is when you have too much sweat and sweat left on the skin. This is why I love this particular product for those folks in particular. It is a gel formula that you can just wipe on the surface of the skin to remove that sweat. This product is actually moisturizing. It helps remove some of the excess sweat off the surface of the skin. It doesn't reduce sweat outflow, but it just helps remove sweat off the surface of the skin, and it's actually moisturizing. And so those two things can actually help you out a lot if you deal with hidradenitis suppurativa in the armpits. The action of removing the sweat, which in and of itself, is, if it's left on the surface of the skin, is irritating, plus the moisturizing component helps keep your armpit skin acting like a better barrier to irritants getting in and helping retain water and just improve overall function. And also the other reason why it's beneficial to have that moisturizing piece on board is that not only does sweat impair the moisture barrier, but you've also got friction. You've got skin-on-skin contact and friction. That too causes irritation. This offers a little bit of lubrication to reduce those frictional forces that can further aggravate the hidradenitis. Product number 4 is the VANICREAM Moisturizing Skin Cream. This is something I don't actually use that much anymore, but when I lived in Colorado, I could not live without this product. It was, Colorado has a very dry climate. Here in Houston, I don't really need to use something this thick. This is a really thick cream. It is a go-to recommendation for people with eczema when the skin is raw, red, weepy, rashy, because it creates a seal to water loss from those lesions and just helps improve barrier function. The second ingredient in this is petrolatum, so that really helps reduce water loss out of the skin. It also has simethicone, which is a silicone that really helps also reduce water loss from the skin, but kind of gives a little bit of slip and smooths down skin edges as well. Can you use this on the face? Yes, but it is very heavy. Some people with rosacea and acne find that heavy moisturizers are uncomfortable, aggravate symptoms of redness, burning, irritation, maybe even contribute to flares of the acne. So try it. You can always try any body moisturizer to the face and see how you do. So yeah, yes you can, but be aware it's pretty heavy. So moving on to another one that I love from VANICREAM, it is their moisturizing lotion. Now this, because it's a lotion, it's a lot more lightweight than a cream, more water-based, more fast absorbing. It is not as good in those acute situations for people with eczema when they're dealing with something raw, rashy, and weepy. They really need a good cream that's going to reduce water loss. But this is a great product for maintenance of keeping the skin moisturized and hydrated. It's really good for the summertime when maybe you want something more lightweight, and it really can be used on the face very comfortably for most people because it is a lot more lightweight than the cream. You can use this on the face to help cut down on irritation from topicals like tretinoin, for example. I find I recommend this a fair amount. This is also a good choice for those of you who are on Accutane, dealing with a lot of dryness. This is a great one. Very, very moisturizing, really helps act as a barrier as you are adjusting to that medication, dealing with the retinoid dermatitis, and that, you know, your face kind of just has that red look when you're on Accutane. Product number 6, I reviewed a while back. It's a newer product from them that's, I would say if they weren't so no nonsense and, you know, medically oriented, we'll say, if this were any other brand, they would have marketed this as a serum, a barrier repairing serum. That's how they would have marketed it. This is their daily facial moisturizer. It has hyaluronic acid, a humectant that can help help hold on to water in the skin and smooth out wrinkles and fine lines. And it also has ceramides, similar to the CeraVe products, which help your moisture barrier kind of recover a little bit better. There's actually some mounting evidence that ceramides applied exogenously can also help reduce some of the burden of UV damage from the sun. This also has squalane and emollient that kind of, in my opinion, gives the skin a nice glowy look to it. This is a good, very lightweight moisturizer for people who have, you know, any skin condition, but I find that this is a great product to use like first thing in the morning. If you find that you like to use a moisturizer and you find that your sunscreen is just not quite moisturizing enough, this is great to use underneath sunscreen. If you're interested in this product, definitely check out my full review on it. All right, product number 7 is the VANICREAM Gentle Facial Cleanser. I've always been a fan of this because it's very good, very basic. It does not have cocamidal propylbutane, which can crop up in a lot of, you know, gentle, creamy cleansers. Not a bad ingredient, but people do become allergic to that. So if you do have an allergy to cocamidal propylbutane, then VANICREAM has your back. It does have alkyl glucosides, which are, again, not bad, but do be aware some people have started developing allergies to those as well. See, you can't, this is why there's no such thing as a hypoallergenic is kind of a vague, nebulous term, because you can become allergic to anything. But overall, this is pretty low risk. Very gentle cleanser, great for removing dirt, cosmetics, reducing the burden of particulate matter from pollution on the skin that contributes to free radical damage. Cleansing the skin is really important, but you can easily overdo it. And if you use a cleanser that's too drying, it can really lead to actually a lot of problems for you. Dry out the skin too much, cause irritation, and aggravate acne. So it's a delicate balance when it comes to cleansing. You don't want to do it too much, and you got to choose the right cleanser. This is a good one. I recommend it to many people, including people with eczema, who are some of the most sensitive to cleansers because they already have a barrier impairment, a baseline, and cleansing kind of, you know, remove some of your natural lipids as is. You know, when it comes to body wash, I always kind of encourage people to be on the more conservative side with the volume of body wash that they're using. People tend to use too much. This can actually dry out the skin. Truthfully, you do not really need to be using body wash or soap to like the extremities or the back. So most people use too much body wash. They like that sudsy, lathery, whatever, and they end up using too large of a volume, too much surface area they're covering, and it's unnecessary. You end up spending a lot of money long term when it comes to body wash. But you do need to use, you know, body wash or soap to remove any, you know, dirt that you can see, you know, visibly soiled areas in the skin folds, like under the armpits, under the breasts, in between the thighs, where you have rubbing. The bacterial constitution, you know, of the microbiome is a little bit different in those areas and more prone to irritation, and those bacteria can kind of take over, contribute to rashes, you know, something called folliculitis. So yeah, in those areas, helpful to use body wash, but again, small amount, you don't need a ton. Anyways, the gentle body wash I really like. It's not drying, it's very gentle, and it's a good body wash. All right, next up, y'all know a favorite of mine is here. I actually have the box. I think it'll be easier to see. Is the VANICREAM Lip SPF. This is the golden child when it comes to lip SPFs, in my opinion, because it is actually really moisturizing. It's a mineral sunscreen, so it does leave a white cast on the lips, but I actually kind of like it. I'm wearing actually right now a tinted lip balm, but I'm just gonna put some of this on over it so you guys can see. It comes out as a white, kind of white. This is a new tube. I like that it doesn't separate either. I've had that issue sometimes with lip balms. Like there'll be this kind of oily glob that comes out and you're like, oh, was I supposed to mix that? Especially those in tubes like this. Anyways. See how it just kind of, I don't know, changed the color of that red tinted lip balm? I actually like it. Now on plain lips, you initially get this white kind of color, but it sort of fades very quickly and it kind of gives the lips almost a pinky glow. So definitely try this out. It's very good as a lip balm, but you can also use it around the eyelids. Just squeeze a little bit out on your finger and use it to your eyelids as sunscreen. All right, last but not least is the VANICREAM sunscreen. Now, you guys, they actually didn't have this available for a while and they recently reformulated it and I think it's better. I'm wearing it currently. I'll insert some clips of me applying it on, but this is a mineral sunscreen. So it does leave a white cast, but I have to say for a mineral sunscreen, it's not too bad. It is water resistant. So in my opinion, whenever there is a water resistant mineral sunscreen, not only is there gonna be a cast, but it's also going to be shiny. And that definitely is the case with this. So if that bothers you, then you're not gonna enjoy this. But I like it. I find that it's very comfortable to wear. It's especially great around the eyes. If you have a problem putting sunscreen around your eyes, then definitely try this out because it stays in place, it doesn't run, and it shouldn't burn or sting. It has, you know, very few ingredients that are common. It doesn't have any common irritants or anything, and zinc is very gentle. This is super moisturizing in my opinion. It's very moisturizing. It has a nice emollient feel. I know some of you report that you find that mineral sunscreens are drying. This is not drying at all. Definitely try this if you're somebody who finds that sunscreens burn or sting, especially around the eyes. SPF 50, it's fine if you have acne, you know, it shouldn't clog pores or anything like that. And it does, the only sunscreen ingredient is zinc oxide, which is very broad spectrum. It protects against UVB, the burning rays, as well as UVA. Those are the rays that penetrate the skin very deeply, destroy collagen. Those are the rays that come through window glass, which is, you know, a reason to wear sunscreen indoors. Long story short, this is a really good sunscreen, but it's gonna leave a cast. If you have a deeper skin tone, it will be noticeable. But I want to point out that if you have some sort of tinted product that you like to use, like a BB cream or a skin tint, it will go over this pretty well. You know, I've had no issues with pilling or anything like that. All right, guys, those are my top 10 from VANICREAM. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, check the playlist. You can see what other brands I have reviewed. I get requests from time to time for doing a top 10 of other brands, but you guys, it has to be a brand that I actually like, use, and that there are 10 products that I like, use, and recommend. So that's why I'm pretty picky about which ones I do in this series, because it's gotta be a brand that I actually use, like, recommend, and that they've got 10 products I use, like, and would recommend. So not everyone makes the cut. But I hope you guys enjoy this. You know I'm a huge fan of VANICREAM. And again, don't forget to save yourself even more money and start earning rewards points. Click that link in my description box to download the Drop app today. You can start earning those rewards points very quickly. They really add up, and you can redeem them for gift cards and get more skincare or whatever you need. I hope you all enjoyed this video. If so, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and as always, don't forget, sunscreen and subscribe. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.